Neville Goddard, Power of Awareness, chapter 22, Persistence. And he said unto them, which of you shall have a friend, and shall go unto him at midnight, and say unto him, Friend, lend me 3 loaves, for a friend of mine in his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. And he from within shall answer and say, Trouble me not, the door is now shut, and my children are with me in bed. I cannot rise and give thee. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him, because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity he will rise, and give him as many as he needeth. And I say unto you, Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Luke 11:5-9. Whoa, it's a very, very interesting opening quote. There are 3 principal characters in this quotation. You and the 2 friends mentioned. The first friend is a desired state of consciousness. The second friend is a desire seeking fulfillment. 3 is the symbol of wholeness, completion. Loaves symbolize substance. The shut door symbolizes the senses which separate the seen from the unseen. Children in bed means ideas that are dormant. Inability to rise means a desired state of consciousness cannot rise to you. You must rise to it. Importunity means demanding persistency, a kind of brazen impudence. Ask, seek, and knock mean assuming the consciousness of already having what you desire. Thus, the scriptures tell you that you must persist in rising to the consciousness of your wish already being fulfilled. The promise is definite that if you are shameless in your impudence, in assuming that you already have that which your senses deny, it shall be given unto you. Your desire shall be attained. The Bible teaches the necessity of persistence by the use of many stories. When Jacob sought a blessing from the angel with whom he wrestled, he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. When the Shunammite sought the help of Elisha, she said, As the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. And he arose and followed her. The same idea is expressed in another passage. And he spake a parable unto them that men ought always to pray and not to faint, saying, There was in a city a judge, which feared not God, neither regarded man, and there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, Avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, Though I fear not God nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest she weary me by her continual coming. Luke 18:1-5. Back to the beginning, we cruised past this piece. I wanted to make sure I pointed out the idea, I am all that is, God, right here. Self-concept, future self-concept, existing self-concept, another person. Everybody has self-concepts all over. So, there are 3 principal characters in the opening quote. The first one is the desired state of consciousness. That's this one here. Let's just put a number 1 right there. The second one is the desire seeking fulfillment, remembering that the desire came from within. And that desire seeks fulfillment. That's the second one. So that one comes from within you, inside of your current self-concept, whatever that self-concept is. That self-concept being inside of you, it's seeking fulfillment. The first one, the first friend is the desired state of consciousness up here. The second one is the desire itself seeking fulfillment. The third is the symbol of wholeness and completion. I would say that's right here. The act of righteousness, performing this whole action here, the desire, it making the subconscious impression, and then that being objectified, this whole act of righteousness is the completion. Okay. The basic truth underlying each of these stories is that desire springs from the awareness of ultimate attainment, and that persistence in maintaining the consciousness of the desire already being fulfilled results in its fulfillment. Now you got to listen to the words. Remember, that which you seek seeks you, because the desire couldn't exist if it didn't already have a result in reality. His works are done. The desire comes from within you. In the same instantaneous moment, the 3D reality, the objectification of that desire is in existence. It is a mansion. In my Father's house are many mansions. One of the mansions is waiting for you to occupy it. Not anybody else, just you. Now, listening to this paragraph, which is very, very good, very short, I think it's just a sentence. The basic truth underlying each of these stories is that desire springs from the awareness of ultimate attainment, and that persistence in maintaining the consciousness of the desire already being fulfilled results in its fulfillment. Persistence in maintaining the consciousness of the desire already being fulfilled results in its fulfillment. How long will you persist? Is it not enough to fill yourself into the state of the answered prayer? You must persist in that state. That is the reason for the injunction, man ought always to pray and not to faint. Faint obviously means backing off. That is the reason for the injunction, man ought to always to pray and not to faint. Here, to pray means to give thanks for already having what you desire, which is what we're using the law of assumption. When you pray, you're giving thanks for what you already desire, which is what you already have. Only persistency in the assumption of the wish fulfilled can cause those subtle changes in your mind, which result in the desired change in your life. It matters not whether they be angels, Elisha, or reluctant judges. All must respond in harmony with your persistent assumption. When it appears that people other than yourself in your world do not act toward you as you would like, it is not due to the reluctance on their part, but a lack of persistence in your assumption of your life already being as you want it to be. Your assumption, to be effective, cannot be a single isolated act. It must be a maintained attitude of the wish fulfilled. How long will you persist? What a wonderful, wonderful short chapter. I mean, there are some really good pieces in here. This is my favorite. It is not enough to feel yourself into the state of the answered prayer. You must persist in that state. That is the reason for the injunction. Man ought always to pray and not to faint. Here, to pray means give thanks for already having what you desire. Giving thanks for already having what you desire. Giving thanks for already having what you desire. In your desire, you make the impression into your subconscious that you're thankful. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for this gift of me being married, me being in my new career, me being healthy. Thank you, Father. That's the desire within you, transacting into the law of assumption in thanks for what is already. All you're doing is bringing up the rear. You're bringing up the laggard. You're bringing up your slow self. The fourth dimension is always ahead of the third dimension anyway. So the fourth dimension is the movement of it. When you psychologically impress that subconscious, that's the fourth dimension. So that action is in advance. Even though desire happens at the same instantaneous moment of the objective reality, you are seemingly going slower. So you're making that psychological shift, which then results in the objective reality. You're bringing up your, like I said before, your laggard self. You're the slowpoke in all of this. It being a desire is first, and its reality exists instantaneously at the same moment, but you're only having to convince yourself that it's okay to be that. The desire comes with permission. It comes with the promise. What a wonderful chapter. Power of Awareness, chapter 22. Persistence, man. What a good one. Okay, we'll see you in the next chapter.